I'm sure everyone has seen those countless videos and posts claiming lentils are inferior because they are low in protein compared to meat. They lack essential amino acids, they have low protein score, they are calorie packed, they spike insulin, they're hard to digest, they can cause bloating. So is it even worth dwelling on them? Should we write lentils off completely? What should the vegetarian population do? And what about Indians, one of the world's largest vegetarian populations? Have they been protein deficient all along? In this video, let's explore how to get the best out of lentils, how they compare with meat and what's required, how to make them easy to digest. So the first problem, that lentils are considered an incomplete protein because they lack two essential amino acids, methionine and cysteine. They both are critical for protein synthesis and must be obtained from the food that we eat. In contrast, meat provides all essential amino acids in the right proportions, making it a complete protein source. So how do we bridge this gap in lentils? Traditional culture, especially in India, solved this nutritional gap centuries ago. How? Through smart food pairings. Grains like rice, wheat, or millets, they contain the amino acids that lentils lack. So when paired together, like in khichdi, that's rice and lentils, or when you eat lentils with roti, or that's naan, the result is a complete protein meal from plant sources. No supplements or lab formulas needed. Now, here's the next challenge, quantity. How do we get our daily protein need? To match the proteins in 100 grams of meat, you'd need 2 cups of cooked lentils plus half a cup of rice or 2 rotis to complete the amino acid profile. Now, between the lentils and the grains, there's an overload of carbohydrates because lentils themselves, they contain significant amount of carbs and grains are almost pure carbs. Now, together, this combination leads to the third problem, which is high carbs, high calories, and insulin spikes. So for people who are pre-diabetic or those trying to lose weight, this could mean blood sugar spikes, insulin surges. So yes, you meet your protein goal, but at the cost of calorie overload. So what's the fix? So replace some of the carbs with higher protein options like soy. And if you're an vegetarian, add an egg instead of doubling the grains. For example, 2 cups of cooked lentils, 1 egg, 1 roti. So it's a balancing act that one has to do between protein needs, insulin load, and overall calorie intake. The next big concern is digestibility. How well your body can absorb and utilize the protein from the food that you're eating, which is found from the Protein Digestibility Corrected Amino Acid Score, or the PDCAAS scale or score. Now, meat scores a perfect 1 on that scale. That's because animal proteins are structurally similar to human proteins, so it makes them easy to digest and get absorbed in the body. Cooking further denatures meat proteins, making them even more accessible to digestive enzymes. On the other hand, cooked lentils have a score of around 0.7. So they are hard to digest, harder for the proteins to be extracted from the lentils. So what do? Here we use the age-old practice of our grandmoms, or use the principle of Ayurveda, simple soaking the lentils for a few hours. Soaking and then cooking raises the score to 0.8, closer to meat. Now to raise it further, throw in spices like cumin, coriander, asafoetida, that's hing, garlic, ginger, and cook them in ghee, making them easier to digest. Lastly, even with all this, lentils can be difficult for the elderly, people with IBS, symptoms like bloating, individuals with vata imbalance, or low agni, that is low digestive strength. So while lentils can work wonderfully, they need to be prepared and eaten mindfully, especially as we age. So is meat the better option? Well, meat ticks many boxes. Complete amino acid profile, high digestibility, lower carb calorie load. But again, it's not that simple. People tend to overeat meat these days because the prevailing belief is that the more protein you consume, the better it is for you. Now, overdosing on protein can stress the liver, which leads to weakening the agni, that is the digestive strength, and buildup of ama, toxins, especially in people with sluggish digestion or kapha imbalance. Red meat, they're already high in saturated fats, leading to other health issues. We are not even going to talk about the hormone content and the quality of meat available these days. So even meat needs to be eaten with awareness and moderation. So what should one do? If you're vegetarian, soak and cook your lentils and grains. Combine lentils with grains, soy, or eggs. Use old grains to reduce insulin spike. If calories are not a concern, Add paneer for more protein. Then use digestion supporting spices like cumin, ginger, garlic. Watch your portions to keep calories in check. Now, if you're a non-vegetarian, choose lean meats like fish or chicken. Watch your portion size so as not to strain the liver. Avoid red meat. Prefer goat. Always support digestion with spices and herbs. The most important rule is keep your Agni strong. No matter what your protein source is, meat or lentils, it's your digestive fire, that is the Agni, that determines whether your body is actually using what you're eating. Eat just enough, because even the best food becomes ama, toxic buildup, if undigested. So in all cases, support your digestion and your body will get the proteins it needs. That's all. Thank you.